All right, so I'm going to be doing a oracle reading for you guys today. This is my first reading that I've done in, honestly, almost a month, if I'm not mistaken. And I also haven't used these cards in particular in a very long time. I forgot the name of this deck, but this is what the back looks like. It's a fairly popular oracle deck, you know, within the community of readers. But let's get into the reading. Actually, let me take a sip of my tea. Also, does it say the both thing or the same thing on both sides? It does. So it's backwards flipped on the camera, but it says we're all in this together. And to me, like, that's something I've been thinking about recently, about like how we're literally all connected and we're literally all mirrors for each other. Like, regardless of the illusion of separation, that we are under within this matrix of, you know, especially living under a capitalistic society. We're literally taught that it's a dog-eat-dog world, every man for himself, you know, you gotta fend for yourself, defend yourself. But my nigga, we're all connected. Like, I am you and you are me. Like, obviously on a physical earthly level, we obviously are only responsible for ourselves, right? We know that. But I mean on an energetic soul level, we're literally all interconnected. The things that I do affect other people. The things that other people do affect me. Obviously, to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, but on the grand scheme of things, yes. So yeah, we're all in this together. And so I'm going to say a couple of affirmations into my tea before I start reading. Divine Source, I thank you for allowing me to tap into the collective that I am going to be reading for today. I'm grateful that their energy is receptive to me, and I'm grateful that I am receptive to their energy. I know that I am protected from any energy that might seek to harm me or that might seek to harm my collective. We are all protected. We are all guided. You guys, if you're watching this, you were guided to this reading. I was guided to do this reading at this very moment. 222 on the time. And yeah, I am in a space of being able to receive divine wisdom and divine intellect. I'm grateful for the messages. The messages are coming in as we speak. If you're watching this, I want you to take a couple of deep breaths with me before I even get into my tea. Let's take a couple deep breaths. In through the nose, out of the mouth. One more deep breath. All right. So yes. Again, last final words for my tea, because you know water holds intention, water holds energy. And what you speak into your water, or what you speak into, like, even if you do like a bath, which I'll be doing tonight, what you speak into water literally programs the cells within your body, as we're also like 70% water. Like, there is literally 70% water in our bodies. So water holds energy. Water is a container of intention and energy. Oh, this is good. This is some pineapple skin tea. So sorry, y'all. I know it's 4 minutes in and I haven't picked up a card yet, but if this is meant for you, then you're gonna be patient. But this is peppermint tea, and it's also pineapple skin tea, which is really good for. I forgot what it's good for, but it's good for you. Pineapple skin, like whenever you eat a pineapple, save the skin and make some tea out of it. All right, let's get into this. Ooh, hit my spine. I love tea. But there is something significant about the spine. It could have to do with, if any of you are familiar with kundalini arising or a kundalini awakening. Like that whole concept of there is a specific fluid that is within your spine. And basically it allows, like, once awakened or once properly accessed, then that specific oil or that the essence that is basically running within your spine but is lying dormant without you actively awakening it. Once you do actively awaken it, then it can elevate your life in many ways. It's something that I need to do research on myself, but I know that the whole, excuse me, I had to burp. The concept of it is similar of like your third eye. Our pineal gland is something that's always within us. Like, this is not like sci-fi shit. There's actually a gland between your eyebrows above your two regular eyes. That's called the pineal gland. And it's connected to a part of the brain that helps to regulate. From one, it regulates your sleep. It regulates the creation of melatonin, which is also an aspect of helping you sleep. And we also know that, like, our dreams are very connected to, like, third eye chakra, crown chakra energy. And so, but you can only access this if you're intentional about it. You can only access this. And when I say this, I'm referring to your pineal gland or third eye. You can only access, awaken, or I've also heard like decalcify, like the decalcification of your third eye. That's something that you have to intentionally do by way of doing certain practices like certain yoga, certain mudras, certain mantras, certain breathing techniques, certain ways of eating and living and breathing. Like, there are several ways that you can go about accessing this pineal gland energy, this third eye energy, just like there's several ways that you can go about activating your kundalini energy. So that's actually something I need to research myself. I know quite a bit about the pineal gland, third eye, even though I still need to do more research on that. But that's something for me to make a mental note of, to research the kundalini awakening, or the kundalini, just like the spinal fluid. There's a certain, like, fluid within your spine that you can I guess release and have it disperse throughout your body. But anyway, done talking about spine fluid. Done talking about that. But that part definitely needs to get out. Awakening. Bro, I literally, do not play with me. I literally just said awakening. I just said kundalini awakening. So this says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So in order to access this level, a certain level of awakening, you have to integrate certain things within your life. Whether it's, like I said, certain breathing techniques, yoga, certain mudras and mantras, eating a certain way. And these are like, it's not like you have to do all of these things to access this. You can pick one. Even if you just like, well, I'm not going to say you can just pick one, because I'm sure that there's a certain like pecking order that it goes in of, like, I think that maybe a breathing technique will be like a good way to start getting into this, even if you're not like at a place where you can completely go like vegan or completely go alkaline. You can start to try to implement eating healthier within your life. And this is me telling myself this as well. You can implement that while also maintaining, like, doing certain like meditation practices, like meditating every other night or every morning or whatever. And implementing certain like breathing techniques that are specifically for accessing your kundalini energy or your third eye pineal gland energy. Like, all it takes is integrating certain things and habits within your life day by day or every other day. Like I said, it just needs to be integrated, a new way of being, integration. But heavy on the energetic upgrades. This is what people are talking about when they say things like timeline jumping. In order to have something different happen in your life, you have to do different things. You have to do something different than you did the day before. That also reminds me of something I've been wanting to do, was like scripting, as well as visualization. I have been getting into visualization more, specifically before bed, because what you think about the moment that you go to sleep kind of like carries on into the dream realm or the astral realm. Like, you ever been doing something before you go to sleep and then it pops up in your dream as well? That's because that energy has carried on into the astral realm. So imagine you're focusing on Like, let's see, for me, example, I'm focusing on, oh, I'll have 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel by this amount of time. I'll have $100,000 saved after a year, or after 6 months by this amount of time, or like certain things that you want, or that are for you. You can visualize that and visualize that coming into place, or you can actively write as if these things have already happened. Like, I'm so grateful that I've gotten 10,000 or that I've gotten like $100,000 in my bank account right now, or that I've gotten this business and this business is prospering, and like just really writing as it's happening, writing as if it's already happened, or as if it's currently happening. So that's something that I started before, like a while back, and that I didn't really get back into, but it's something I really want to get back into, scripting. So I'm going to start tonight, and also pair that with visualization. And yeah. Sorry if I'm speaking really fast. I'm just like really like excited. I literally have one card out, and I'm already coming up with all this stuff. Or not even coming up. Spirit is leading me to translate all this information. Okay, then I also have Starseed, what lights you up? So what is it that you're excited about? What is it that you are like? And when I look at this, it almost looks like a wave coming over the earth. And then we see a planet back here. Then we see like a beautiful girl like sitting on the edge, almost like as if she's sitting on the edge of the world, and she just has a bird's eye view of everything. So what lights you up? Well, oh, I do. Okay. So when I look at the card, I can tell that this is Saturn. Like, this is Saturn's rings, and this is like the body of Saturn. So I do also know that this year, this 2024, the 8th year, is connected heavily to Saturn energy. And it also is heavily connected to getting what is owed to you. If in 2023 you sowed the right seeds, and or you had the right intention, you moved from a pure heart, you move from a place of gratitude, you move from a place of love, then you're going to get that back in 2024. And I can honestly say that in 2023, I moved from a place of love. I moved from a place of gratitude. I definitely don't think I took, I was going to say, I don't think I took anything for granted this year, but that's not necessarily true. But I still move with love, and I know that I'm going to get back all the energy that I put out into the world. But yeah, so that might be a message. Don't take things for granted. Don't take the present moment for granted. Don't take the day for granted. Seize the day. I know that's a very cliche term, but like, seriously, every moment is worth everything. Every single moment should not be taken lightly. And it's important to live in the present and to really be focused on, for one, what it is that you are, like this card says, what lights you up, and spend as much time as you possibly can working towards that. So decide what it is that lights you up. Even if it doesn't even have to be like a specific thing. It could be like, let's say in general, you want to, like, in general, you like creating, you like making things, you like making things that are beautiful. That's a good start right there. It doesn't have to be as specific as, oh, I want to make fine art sculptures that are reminiscent of the 1700s. It doesn't have to be like a specific like thing. I think that it's good to have like a starting point and a general idea of what it is that you want to do, and then kind of allow life to guide you, and just be like open and receptive. Because, hold on one second. Because you can think that you want to do one specific thing, and you can work at that for 10, 15, 20 years, and then decide, actually, I really wanted to do this. Don't feel like you just have to stick to one thing and stick to only that and that. Or I need to put all my focus into this. It's okay to have your hand in many pots. It's okay to be exploring things, especially if you're young. If you're between the ages of 18 to 30. And not that like anything above 30 is automatically old. I'm just saying I'm using that time frame because I feel like those are very explorative years. Those are years where you're really getting to know who you are. You're getting to know what you like, what you're passionate about. So it's okay to like be into many things, and really don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially when you're young. You want to have as much experience, like experimenting with different things. I really like these cards. I really prefer these over tarot cards. I think I'm going to be taking a break from tarot, but I won't be taking a break from reading. Like tarot and oracle cards are very, very, very different. For those who don't know the difference, just really quick, the main difference between tarot and oracle cards is that like tarot cards usually follow the I think it's 52 card, follow the 52 52 cards within the deck, and they also usually abide by the archetypes created by Rider-Waite, which was like one of the first creators of the tarot deck. So these archetypes have pretty much been in place for a really long time, and even those archetypes are based on things that are from a really, they're based on ancient archetypes and ancient gods, ancient like goddesses, ancient figures. So with these, there's still symbolism, but it's not tied to like a specific like archetypal energy. Some of them are, some of them are, but it's still it leaves more for your intuition to work with, rather than abiding by a specific archetype and, oh, this archetype means this, or this suit like, I don't know, y'all get what I'm saying. There's more freedom, and I'm able to really allow my intuition and divine guidance to shine through more with the oracle cards. So yeah, and how have I already been recording for 17 minutes and I have 2 cards out? Let me stop, because it doesn't matter how many cards are. I could pull 3 cards for the whole reading and be done. I actually think this next card is going to be the last card, because I think that I've been doing a lot of like really channeling, like it's just been coming off the top. So this is the second time that Miss Transformation has showed her face. So things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing at a cellular level. I was just talking about how when you speak into water, for one, you're changing the cellular and molecular vibration of that specific water. But let's say you take a cup of water that you are speaking life into. You're speaking affirmations of love, of, I am beautiful, I am successful, I am so capable of everything that I can put my mind to. I am so determined to satisfy myself and to create a beautiful life for myself. I am talented, I am multifaceted, I am this, that, all these beautiful things. And then when you consume it, all that energy is now within you. Or the same aspect applies for if you were to take a bath and speak those words into yourself. So, and how that, like I was saying, how that changes the cellular vibration of the water molecules within your body, because it's reacting to the water that you just consumed, because we are made of so much up of water. Because we're made up of so much water. When we do things like that, what I just, the example that I just gave, that's a very, I don't want to say quick, but that's a very powerful way to change the cellular data of the water molecules that are already inside of you. But yeah, and that's also that's what I really think, like when people say affirmations, for one, affirmations don't work unless you actually believe them. You can say stuff to yourself all day, but if you don't believe it, you're not changing anything. So when you believe it, I think that all the water that's within your body takes form of the things that you're affirming. Like if you're saying, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that, and you actually believe that, every water, every cell, every molecule, every atom of water within your body is going to change to a frequency of beauty. Like, and then you move around and you are, you know, you're radiating that. But yeah, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So right now you have a lot of power at your fingertips. You have a lot of strength. Your mind is very powerful. And it's really pertinent. I've not used that word in a very long time, but it's really pertinent, very important, very you know, necessary that you understand how much power you have and stop having what's the word? Stop having, what is that called? It was like a word that I was like trending, what is that called? Basically, like when you don't believe how powerful or how great you are, but it's like so, like it's very clear to see that you're very like powerful and talented. Imposter syndrome, that's what it's called. So stop having imposter syndrome. You know that you're powerful. You know that you are so capable of doing all the things that you have. If anything that you can see within your mind's eye, anything that you've daydreamed about, anything that you've like even just had the slightest thought of like, oh, I want to do this, you can do that. And on some level, you have already done that. You thinking, oh, I want to do that is you literally just remembering that you've done it. And that's why I'm trying to like change my mind to think anything that I'm like, oh, I want to do this or I want that so bad. I'm trying to change my mind to see it as just like, oh, that's just a memory. Like me thinking like, oh, I want to do this. That's just me remembering that I've already done it on a different dimension. I've already done that. I've already been a millionaire, the first millionaire in my family. I've already traveled the whole world. I've already like been designing clothes and jewelry for like celebrities and people who are like, I've already been doing that. I've already gotten hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. I've already gotten hundreds of thousands of supporters with my music. I've already done all of this. It's already done. Me thinking about it is just me remembering that I've already done it. Straight up. So that's the mindset that we're going into 2024 with. That's the mindset that we're moving with. And I saw 22 on the clock. So I think that that's it for this reading. I can't believe we only pulled 3 cards and I really talked for so long. But again, the messages are Starseed, what lights you up, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, and then transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. All right, that concludes this reading. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.